Live from the living room.
And the bathroom.
And here's Eben. He wants to be involved, I guess. I don't know what he wants. He wants to sit here.
Ebenezer. Is that, do you have, oh, that is a Christmas pillow behind you. I thought it was a fall pillow and then a Christmas pillow. I
This
thought
one?
no, the other one. I thought it was a pumpkin pillow.
This is a blanket and it's nutcrackers.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that. Looks
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah. No, my whole house. Oh my God.
What?
I just looked over and was like, oh, I should show her my tree. But I was like, better not, because somebody on the internet will judge me because I have baskets of clean laundry in here. This is how quick my brain. Okay. And then I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't tell her because I had to go to the laundromat yesterday. And I washed 6 loads of laundry in like under an hour.
Did
Anyway, my dryer broke.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, my dryer broke. And so I was looking. Here's the thing. My washer and dryer were already 10 years old.
Oh, well, that's good lifespan.
Yeah. I bought it when Maddox was a baby because my other one went out. And I was like, I can't have a newborn baby. But my washer went out and flooded my whole apartment I lived in at the time. So that was fun. That was fun. Yeah. But I guess you shouldn't start the wash and go to the store. Who would have known? Anyway, so I had to buy a new one then. And that's what I have now. And when I paid it off, because I had to finance it at the time, I didn't have the money. So I financed it, probably paid double what it was worth, right? I probably did. But like didn't really have an option at the time. So it was like I paid it off in 2 years. And as soon as I paid it off, the heating, went out. So it would turn on, but like it just blew cold air. So I was like, I heard about maintenance guys, right? That you can pay. So I looked it up. Dude came, replaced the heating element for like, I think with labor, part, everything, it was like $200, way cheaper than buying a brand new dryer.
That's about how much mine was, $250.
Right. And then it has lasted ever since.
Yeah.
I think the heating element still works. What's been happening is that it like made this noise and I was like, that's got to be a belt. You just learn weird shit as you get older, but like not like I know how to fix it.
Clunk noise?
No, it would just spin and it was like a squeaky. And then the squeaking would stop after, I don't know, like the first 20 minutes. Okay, so I was doing laundry the other day and then like I had to stop and let Cruz use the washer and then he dried his clothes. And then I went to switch mine back into the dryer after he took his out. Like I had one in the washer, you know, went to put mine in, hit start and it's nothing. I'm all start. Is the breaker out? No, because then the washer wouldn't work. Dude, I was so pissed. I was so mad. So I had to buy a new washer and dryer.
Do you know what I just realized?
Yeah.
There's 2 of us over here. There's our normal, and then there's a stacked next to us.
Oh, yeah. So StreamYard has this new awesome feature, of course, right? When we're about to take a break till our next season. You can pick the layout for each one of your platforms.
Oh.
So I did landscape for YouTube, and then I did the phone one for Facebook.
So the up and down one is for YouTube?
No, for Facebook.
This one, so this one right here is
landscape is for, and then I'm just doing it and I'll go check it later to see if it did it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
But something said in the comments, is there a fake profile and everybody's doing this? No, I'm going to tell you guys like this again. I don't even respond very often to my girlfriend's messages and like we live together. Like if you text me and you know me on a personal level, you'll have access to be able to text me and I'll respond at that point. I don't do messages. My messages are shut off on this app. So you can fucking believe I am not going through friend requesting anybody I don't know or sending messages. And that's not an insult. I'm just letting you know that if you ever...
To be fair, your main accounts that you post on all have over 1 million followers.
What does that mean?
So that your Facebook one has, what is it, 3.9 million?
Yeah.
Your TikTok has almost 2 million, and your
Right.
Instagram has 1 million. So if it's an account that has 15 or 100 or even 40,000, it's not her.
Right. But also, you have to remember too that they're doing this is from a personal account, not a business account. That they're because I can't friend request somebody on my Single Mom Saga page. I can't friend request you on Facebook. You can only send friend requests to like on personal accounts. Like my friend Brandy, I follow her on from my Single Mom Saga page.
You can't comment.
But I can't comment on her stuff unless I switch over to my personal page.
Same.
And then, but that's just how Facebook works. So my point here is that my personal page is locked down so much that her and I, wherever she's at, okay, from where your point of view is, we couldn't even be friends on Facebook for a couple of years.
Until this year.
Yeah. Because we both have it locked down because my kids are on my personal page and so are hers. Her kids are on hers. So no, I will absolutely not.
I see people like.
Okay, guys, everybody calm down. We see it. Thank you. Like I said, this was a test run. Everybody, it's fine. The comments are covering Ashley's face on Facebook. If you'd like to switch on over to YouTube, you can do that. I'd actually like you to do that, so maybe I can hit my quota.
There you go.
I don't know. Paul, I can't change it because we're live.
Yeah, we can't do it while we're live.
I'm gonna say this one more time. If it's bugging you that bad,
go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. That I can't do it right now. But anyway, so no, I'm not going to send you a friend request from any app. I hate DMs like the plague. I love that Facebook gives me the option to turn them off. And if I could turn them off on every app, I would.
I don't know how to turn them off on Facebook, but I forget they're there because they go to a weird inbox, so I don't really see it.
Connie says you can swipe the comments to the left.
There you go. Swipe the comments to the left.
So, okay. I'm with you on that, Ashley. Like, I'm going to be so honest with all of you right now. None of you should be checking your messages. That's it. If you don't know the person personally, I would just assume that every message you get from anybody is a lie.
Or a scam.
That's what I'm saying. Lie, scam, catfish, phishing, all of the things. If you don't know them on a personal level, I would just delete. I wouldn't even read them. I would put them in spam or turn off your DMs. Here's my thing. When people say, don't you miss out on opportunities? I don't know. Maybe. But I don't think so because, you know.
You have an email.
Right. I have an email address and I don't check those either, though.
Oh, okay.
I don't check those either. And the only reason why I don't is because I'm sure you guys have seen other content creators, like we get hate mail. I really just don't have the energy with how much I'm already doing. That's just something that I've decided personally as a content creator that I am not going to indulge any time or effort into looking at. If people want to give me compliments, I get a lot of them in my comments and I appreciate those and I try to respond, you know, as much as I can. I get a lot of comments depending on the video. So sometimes I don't respond to all of them, but I appreciate them. But the amount of audacity must be on sale that people will put into your DMs. I'm just not here for it. And so, yeah, I will never send you a message.
I did receive an email because I'm having a blank on her name. Anyways, one of our followers, she's like, can you DM me? I can't see where to DM you. And I tried to DM her and it wouldn't work. Like it wouldn't go to the screen. It was the weirdest shit. Anyways, she's like, I have this amazing Groupon for you just to kind of go get a massage. And I was like, say less, sister. And so she emailed it to me and I finally got it today.
Paul, you absolutely did not send me a text about the Jonathan Cain situation. Here's how I know. You don't have my phone number. So you absolutely did not send me a text. And like I already said, my messages here are turned off. And if you sent me a message anywhere else, I will never see it. You may have sent it to someone else.
That's because, Heather, it's because I'm wearing my son's headphones. One, because I can't find my headphones, and Jared's are literally 4 feet that way in the room, and I'm trying to keep.
Thank you, Connie.
I'm not trying to be super loud.
Is it just me, or is like today seems like the day of like everything's wrong in the chat?
That's okay. But we've never had that problem, so we're testing stuff out. But
Jesus Christ, Paul, that's not my phone number. You really think that I'm going to post my I'm done. That's it. Take it away, Ashley.
Anyway, so this is our second to last episode. Next Tuesday will be our final episode.
Oh, I thought it was today. My bad.
What? No, it's next Tuesday.
Good season finale.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's okay. Yeah. This one can be the last one. It's okay.
Well, we can do next week. I like it.
It's the season finale continues.
Okay. This is the normal behavior that you need to like expect from me. Tiff, where did you go when there was snow? What? Wait, what? Where did you go where there was snow?
From my video.
Where there was snow?
Because it was from my video from last year.
You did a video from last year?
I just reposted a video.
Oh.
From last
I didn't
year.
go anywhere where there's snow. I don't know what's happening.
I'm going somewhere with snow.
I don't know. Where are you going? Oh, yeah, you're going to New York. There's going to be snow there. There's no snow here yet. I'm not bitching about it.
It's coming.
I like it.
It's
oh, I like that. Next week is part 2.
Yeah, continuing.
Part 2 of the season finale. Thank you. That's exactly what I will label it for next week.
Yeah, next week I won't have headphones on, and we'll get this design or whatever. We'll get it figured out. But
thank you, Shannon.
What we're looking at, because typical podcasts don't last 9 to 10 months. Ours did. So I
feel like this is really a typical podcast. It's just a fun thing.
Hanging out. But we're gonna be done next Tuesday, and then we'll pick up again towards the end of spring next year, once sports and shit chill the fuck out.
Right. My son starts basketball here soon too. And so I don't know what that schedule is going to be like. Dude, this year it seems to be pretty legit, because all of the other years it was just like they just kind of place them like by like school and zones. And then this year they asked, at what level do you think your child plays? I was like, this is a trick question. This is a trick question, because like every parent's like expert, but like, no, mine's not. But I'm like, if I say he's not, am I not being supportive? I'm like, he is perfect in my eyes. I didn't know what to do. And it was between 1 and 5. 1 being never played before, and 5 being like expert level. So I put a 4. I probably should have put a 3, but I was like, I put a 4. And so we're just.
Did yours not go by age? Like ours is like 90.
Yes.
90. Oh,
yes, but that's the thing now is with the age, I think what they're doing is it's like, I don't know if they're just trying to put like, oh, they don't want to have a team of all experts, because then they'll just annihilate everyone else. Or if they are putting them based on like playing level, like they don't want to put like really good kids with really like first time. I don't know. I've overthought it already. So, but I was like, oh, good. And I know that they're going to have, instead of 1 practice a week, they do up it to 2 now. Oh, thank you, Joan. Is it Joni? Thank you so much. But yeah. Yes, Rebecca, I want to continue to do lives. Look, I'm going to be so honest, and I'm not going to bullshit anything anymore. So I'm sure Ashley can understand this. Maybe, I don't know. But being in a new relationship that started the way that this one did, which was not a conventional way, but shit is what it is. Trying to find a new balance in my home has proven to be a little bit tough for me. And that's nobody's fault, except for my own. It's just trying to find a new balance. I've really struggled with that. And not in a negative way. I love doing mental health Mondays. That was one of my favorite things to do. But honestly, my mental health has not been the best just due to, and I'm sure you guys have seen, like, shit online. I let it get to me. I'm human. I'm not going to apologize for it. It happens to all of us. And now I've taken a different approach, kind of what I was doing before, and fixed my fucking crown. But, it was just a hard thing to try to like navigate through when I wasn't used to that type of behavior from people online, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not excuses. It's just trying to find that balance. I don't want to get on a live because I've done this before and yell at somebody because I'm not emotionally able to regulate myself in that moment. I've done it. And then I've had to come back and apologize for it and be like, I'm only human. I probably shouldn't have been on a live that day because I was already whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not just the haters. That's just one of the many reasons. There's just been a lot going on. And it's like, also, I think it's important when you're in a new relationship to make time to develop that. And with both me and Crystal being online, this is something I've never navigated through before. I've never dated anybody or fallen in love, because we're not dating, we're together and I love her. This has never happened to me with somebody else who is also a content creator. So this is all new for me. And I am a firm believer that you should have privacy. I preach that all the time. You shouldn't give everybody access to all the parts of you. And so this has been new for me to try to navigate which parts do I allow and which ones do I keep for me. So that's been a thing. But, just trying to cultivate my relationship, my new relationship, and giving it that respect while also, respecting my platforms has proven to be harder for me than I anticipated. So
yeah.
I'm trying to find that balance. I think that we're getting back into a groove. We just finished her live room downstairs, so she'll be going live and doing her thing again. And I think that, setting up a schedule where I can, like I did before, where we can stick to it and not accidentally have doctor's appointments or all the other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do a healthy relationship this time.
Good. Proud of you.
And I've struggled with balance. So no excuses. That's what's happening here. It's a me problem,
Yeah. But it's also your first relationship with another person on the internet. Like,
right. And yeah. And for those of you who don't know, people who battle, Ashley used to battle. But like people who battle online on TikTok, if you don't know what it is, I'm not going to get into all of it. But the people that are battlers on TikTok, especially as they grow and get bigger, are often brutalized. So I don't think that there's one that I know of that grew to a substantial amount of followers, right? That hasn't had some sort of backlash brutally. And I think that that wasn't something that I am used to. I've had a pretty good run, 8 years. And so that's just kind of like shook my core. I don't know what fucking word I'm looking for here. It really caught me off guard. And so I've had to take some time and try to, figure out what I need to do or how to handle it and how to process it and how to move forward. But yes, absolutely. This has been a learning curve for me to learn how to navigate with somebody else who is also a social media personality. Like it's hard. It's been hard.
I saw Rebecca asked if we're both still going to do lives. She said, yeah, she's going to go back to a schedule with her mental health Mondays. I'll still do my Mondays and Thursdays and any other time that y'all saw. I went live on Saturday randomly for girls' night. I normally never do that, but the reason we're able to do those is those are more morning times and set with our day schedule. The reason why this podcast is coming to an end for the year is because at the evening, both of our children are in sports. And so Paisley's got volleyball practice every Tuesday and Wednesday from December 2nd till the end of April. And then Wyatt starts basketball, which I found out His first 2 practices are on Thursday. Thank God. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Love that for me.
So they
But then after
didn't cross. Yeah.
only the first 2. After that, they go to Wednesday. So now I'm gonna have double, and I've got to figure out how I'm gonna, yeah. And then
That's
we
gonna
do
be
2
fun.
tournaments on the weekends and games. I think Jared's gonna help a bit. My mom's gonna help, so that'd be
Right.
nice because it's a lot on me. On top of in my own sales career and shit, it's a lot. It's the first year that we're normally her volleyball ends when his basketball starts, but now that she's in select, it intertwines and it's a lot longer. And so it's like,
Yeah.
and on top of that, we're leaving for Christmas.
Mahalo said that she hates watching battles. It's not authentic and it's like grifting, in my opinion. So here's my thing is that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I wasn't talking about opinions. I'm talking about that it doesn't matter what somebody's presence is online. It really doesn't. Rather, it is social media, like making content, cooking videos, fucking, it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
there's such a huge community, but on TikTok there is battling, and there are people, tons of them, who actually enjoy that. And so it's like it's not a matter of opinion; it's a matter of those are still human beings, right? Like when
Yeah,
she
but
was doing it, she's a human, and so it's
yeah,
about like you can have your opinion, but what I will never agree with is the brutalizing of another individual because of your opinion.
no, yeah, but whoever just said that in the chat is
So it
also
also happened to our friend Brandy and Chris as
Yeah.
well. And so I just don't condone
But
that type of behavior, period.
yeah, the breaking people down just because they're humans and they're doing battles, I don't agree with. But whoever just said that in the chat is 100% correct that a lot of people, not all of them, but a lot
Yes.
of them are exactly what she just said. Like I stopped
Yeah.
battling solely on the fact that I knew the financial situations majority of my followers that were in my live streams were in,
Mhm.
and I refused to take money from them because they were going into debt like they were gambling. So I stopped altogether.
Well, and that's
Some
why I don't
people,
do it either, because I carry so many people in like that have addict behaviors.
yeah.
Absolutely. Right.
But what I won't stick with is it's a lot of people. If you don't, and then if you don't, like I still have friends that battle or whatever, and that's what they choose to do, and that's fine. Like we all do it. I push people to try to make money with their content, which is a little bit
Right.
more harder, and a lot of people
Right.
don't go that route because it is too hard. It's harder than doing that. But I'm also very big on like they still pay taxes just like everyone else.
Right. Right.
So
I mean,
it's
they're
not any
supposed to.
different.
We
Yeah,
all are supposed to.
yeah, they're supposed to, and so it's
Right.
it's definitely different, and the money is there. Like I made more money doing that than I do in my career now.
Yeah.
I've actually built my career up to right where I was making what I was making there.
Right.
But at the same time, I also wasn't responsible when I was doing that because on top of what I was making there and in my own bank account, I was putting it all back into the app, and it was just an addiction, gambling addiction for me at that point. So it's just hit or miss, but I like there's live streams that I fuck with hard, not even just battles. I love like my friends that are on there doing their thing, whatever it may be. I'll go on, pop them a little gift, like,
Yeah.
hey, how are you? I'm come to support you. You know what I mean? Let me buy
Yeah.
you a latte kind of deal.
Yes, Rebecca, you're not wrong. A lot of people did come negatively and rude when I announced my new relationship. Absolutely. And yes,
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. To be
Mhm.
honest with you, looking back now, I'm not sure I had any expectations because I live under the rules of like your life is yours.
Yeah.
And mine is mine. And so I think that I probably gave more credit to people than I should have, is what I think my mistake was, because I never thought of it being like, oh, I'm with a woman. That was never something I kept secret, but it's also not my identity. So it's like you have straight people online, right? Does Ashley get online or her video every fucking day and puts a straight flag on her name? If I don't think there is one. No. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, did she come out to her parents as straight? No. And so it's like, for me, I kind of have the same idea where it's like, I never hid that. I talked about it, but it's not to me, your sexuality is not and should not be a topic that you discuss with other people on a regular basis. Who you do at night is none of my fucking business, or on your lunch break or on a fucking Tuesday at noon is not my business. Listen, I've made worse decisions with the opposite sex. I will tell you that right now. Okay. But like, I just never made that something. I also never hid it though. And so I guess for me, when I announced my relationship with Crystal, it wasn't, it definitely, the hate that I received on Facebook, I will say that I did not receive the same amount of hate anywhere else.
Yeah, it was Facebook, and I think you know where it came from. I'm gonna be so real. Even though it was a lot of people that were like, "I've watched her for years." I didn't. If you watched her for years, you would have known, and you gained a shitload of followers in between this last year, like a lot.
Right.
Over on.
I did.
And I think it was a lot of people that just watch you from the surface, and it's like, but then again, they're like, "I'm a diehard fan." I had no idea. I'm like. That doesn't
And I'm
make
like,
sense.
I've talked about it because I have openly talked about in Mental Health Lives, also on posted videos and in these videos, where it's like, I don't like being called bisexual. I don't like that. I don't like even pansexual. I don't like demisexual, because that still limits the individual on their sexuality. And for me, I'm like, I don't think about it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like, I need to find me a man. I need to find me a woman. I'm like, I just want to find somebody who shares, like, I want a partnership. That's it. And whatever form that comes in, let's go. If it's an alien, like, I just am not, I don't limit myself to any of that. Oh,
there's mine.
There you go. See, she's got an alien too. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. But that was, like, I've talked about that before. I don't like labels. There are lesbians who I see all the time, like, they make these videos about how much they hate bisexuals. I'm like, you realize that LGBTQB is for bisexuals. And I'm like, for me, I'm like, if you literally won't date one because she's bi, then you're just as bad as a man who thinks that you're going to leave him for a woman. Like, your ego, you need to get that in check. You know what I mean? Because just because they're bi doesn't mean that they're going to cheat on you. It just means that they're attracted to both. If they're anything like me, right? When you're in a committed relationship, it's like, oh, I thought you were attracted to men or women or whatever. And I'm like, right now, I'm in a committed relationship and I'm not attracted to anybody else. So I guess that makes me a lesbian right now, since everybody wants to label shit. I've been open about that from day one. But yes, I did get a shit ton of backlash on Facebook.
Hold on. Hold on. I will say this, and there's a comment. Yet, as much as Tiff's content might have switched or swayed, whatever direction, just because she announced her new relationship doesn't necessarily seem that she's making it everyone's business to comment on it. We don't give a fuck if people comment on it. You don't have to comment hateful things because you don't live your life the same way.
That's what it is.
Or you don't view it. There's just two, and when you make those comments in this comment section and end it with "I still love you," doesn't make sense, because if you truly love someone, whether you agree with their lifestyle or not, the comments is still hurtful, and to acknowledge the fact that you are allowed. You can write whatever the fuck you want on the internet, but if it's not kind and you're a true follower,
then I don't want you here.
Why are you here? Because that doesn't make sense. You like a certain, and that's fine too. If you only like Tiff when she did more stitches of her thirst traps with men and didn't have any posts of her relationship at all, and that was what you're for, well, cool. Scroll back to about before July, and there you go. Keep going backwards. But she's in a new place in her life and she's happy. And if you can't get on board with that, then that's okay too. But it doesn't have to be shared all the time. Like, don't get me wrong. I've seen hate. We both have received hate comments. Has nothing to do with our relationships, but we've received them, and it's very normal. But they've never affected us to the point of what this has affected Tiff. Even though it was like a hard boom, here you go, this is my, but she's happy, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. And so I think people, like, I can tell Tiff something, I can tell her what she wanted to hear or won't want to hear, and say I love you, but I come from a endearing place because she's my best friend.
She's my friend outside of the apps.
Yeah, it's not a complete.
And the other thing I think that you have to remember too is, like, So this is what I get a lot, which has also made me pull back from posting, right? So it's like when people say, I miss the old you, I'm not sure what you mean because I literally am the same person. I'm just in a relationship. Oh, well, your videos aren't the same. Well, that's because you are tearing apart every video I do to the point where I don't feel confident anymore in making content because I'm a human and words do hurt, right? And so I'm like second guessing myself, right? And then also because of the backlash I got, I am going to pick my kids over everything every fucking time. Yeah. And so it's like to have the type of hate that I've had, I'm not giving you access to my kids, even though it's just their voice. I'm not doing that. I just won't. So it's like,
and when people you have the millions of followers who are in support, when one person comes at you about your kids, whether it involves CPS or whatever the case may fucking be,
right?
Everybody's going to lose access because that's one opinion that we don't fuck with.
And so when people say things like you have more people that support you, I'm like, my children are not up for a risk factor here. I don't care if there was 1 million people that supported me and one person threatened something like that, immediately cut off because my kids are not something that I take those risks or gambles with. Like, that's it. My kids are not up for any type of discussion, any way, shape, or form. Am I worried about CPS? Absolutely not. But I also am not okay with those threats of even having to put my child through that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So it's like, then it gets completely cut off. Well, what happens at that point? Well, I have to find somebody else to be the voice. I have my girlfriend. And so it's like, then you're going to have people that are pissed off. I liked it better when it was your kid. Well, fucking help me in the comments and tell them to shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to apologize. But then it's like, if I post an older video, right? I sure wish you would make new content. And so it's like, and then I make a new one. Well, this doesn't even hit the same way now that I know you're into girls. And I'm like, so like literally, you see what I'm saying? I can't fucking win right now.
Yeah. And if you look at it,
so but
spectrum, you cannot, like me, I have 240,000 followers on all platforms combined. Okay. For the most part, they're all on the same board. That's a small amount of people. It's a lot of people, but it's a small when you compare it to 7 million followers. You can't appease 7 million people all at once.
I think that people understand that. Like, it's not that I'm trying to appease all of them, but I at least would like the fucking bullshit to die down a bit. It used to be, oh, what a thirsty bitch. Send me that shit all day. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I bet you, what about guys with dad bods? Oh, what about, you don't do enough videos with women. But then I post one with women and all I get told is that I'm a clam munching piece of shit. So I can take those all day. What I'm not okay with is because the vibe it's switched.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, do I think I'm going to make all 7 million happy? Absolutely not. Somebody's going to say something like, I've got something on my shirt, like I have a booger. None of those things bother me as much as it is. I will see the same person tell me, I miss your old videos. Well, they're still there. I miss your old commentary. So I make a video with a dude. Oh, and then the same person is like, these just hit different. I can't please you and I don't know why you're here. But it's not just one person. Of course, there's plenty of other people that are loving it and supporting it. But as a human, which I think people forget, the same thing as what I'm saying with like people that battle, you're allowed to have your opinion about everything. But why do you fucking follow them then? And I'm not talking about hitting the follow button. If you are purposely searching up names or like it comes on your feed and so you go in there and make the effort to type out how fucking much you hate what they do, you are the problem the whole day. This is the internet. There are so many different genres that you can you know how many dollhouse miniatures I follow? I don't know. There's a whole community of that and Polly Pockets. And if you weren't into that shit, you wouldn't fucking know. So it's like, why do you go out of your way to hate on something that you don't like that's not hurting anybody? It's because there's something fundamentally broken in you. But I'm human. 7 million followers or not, I'm a fucking human being. And to see me at a vulnerable state and decide that that's your opportunity to kick the shit out of me, I don't like you. I don't like you at all. I have zero respect for you. And I wish you would do all of us a favor and just block me so that we can just move on with our lives. But here we fucking are.
Yeah.
But I've taken some time. I've like thought some things through. Crystal and I both have tested some things out. And what I've learned is that there's some things that don't translate well on my Facebook page. And here's the thing. I actually don't want to post things just for views. I don't. Otherwise, you realize how much hate I could get and how much I could get paid for that on Facebook. Facebook is my largest account. And so if I was really looking for that, I could do that 100%. But I don't. That's actually not what I want. I love the community that we've built. I want to be able to expand on the subscriber page and actually be in the mind space to do something amazing with that. I can't do that if I'm sitting here fighting with people on Facebook all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
So, I've tested some things out. I'm in a, better space. And now all I'm doing is just deleting. I'm not even responding for now. I know everybody loves my clapbacks. I'm just not in a mental place right now where I can clap back and have it not affect me. I'll get back to it eventually, but right now I just can't.
It's a different form of hate that I don't think you should have to get back to. Other ones,
That's
like, oh my
true.
God, you're fatty.
That's true.
No problem. Your tits sag. Thank you for letting me know that, Rondell, or Rondell, or whoever.
Right.
But on a different note, I have to tell you this because you mentioned dollhouses. So I've been, for whatever fucking reason, started following my FYP has gotten real local because I've been doing food reviews. So I'm starting to see more local shit.
Yes.
Anyways, I've seen estate sales, dog. Okay, rich people do estate sales where they sell their belongings. And there was a house the other day, and I almost sent it to you, but I didn't.
Bitch, I will wire you the money.
There were
I already know where we're going with this.
Life-size doll houses that were so detailed and completed. I mean, they were huge. They're probably the size of my closet, dog. Like, they were massive. And I was like, God, you are some rich fuckers. Like, I was like, I really wanted to send it to you, but I didn't know where your obsession level and hobby level was right now. So I just kind of let it be. But listen, I just thought of you. I was like, oh my God.
Dollhouse miniatures. And I'm not talking about the dollhouse critters that you allow your child to play with. This is not what we're talking about here. This is a whole different genre, and this is an expensive fucking hobby.
Yeah, it is.
It's an expensive hobby. It is. That is funny. But that was like my point too, is that there's so many different things that bring everybody together on social media. You can literally find whatever you're into, you can find that on the internet. So to me, I guess I know where I got fucked up, and I actually am going to talk about this next Monday on my mental health live. I know I finally figured out where I fucked up. Okay.
Yeah.
I gave too much into thinking that people were like me, right? So you don't like something and you're allowed to not like it. So you just scroll, move on. Like, you realize that you don't even have to block a person. If it's first half second isn't what you like, just scroll. The algorithm, you keep doing that. You don't like blondes. Every time you see one, scroll. Pretty soon, you're not going to see blondes. Like, that is how that fucking works. And I think for me, I always took it as like, I joke around. I try to be positive. If I have haters, I used to clap back because it made me good money and it wasn't bothering me. And I think that I just kind of got to a point where it was like, I just expected too much out of people I should have never had any expectations with.
Yes.
Ever. Yeah. And I think that we all are human, and at least I can take a step back and be like, I definitely made mistakes, but I'm not going to apologize for pulling back like I did. I needed to, for me, and also for my kids. I did a video last week with Cruz with his voice in the background, and it did decent, and there wasn't a lot of hate. So it was like, okay, so maybe I can start, bringing my kids back into it. Yeah. But it just kind of depends on how things go. But I loved doing mental health lives.
Yeah,
I love doing these. Yeah.
For sure.
But we're all human. And I think that it's important because I will tell you, and I've been honest about this too. Before I went to therapy and changed my core beliefs, I had really low self-esteem. And I was mean. I know I was. And I've apologized, for those things. I was in mom groups. If you guys all remember when the mom groups, like the groups on Facebook were super big.
God,
Like,
I'm in a volleyball mom one, and it is hardcore, dude.
I'm saying I got kicked out of one. They were all
These people post private. There's 50,000 moms in it, and they post private so people don't know who's actually talking shit or whatever.
See, that's
you know
wild.
what I mean?
See, you couldn't do that back then. It was just like the group was private, so your post stayed in the group.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I didn't give a fuck. I'd wild out. I'd be like, "Well, you piece of da da da." I got off on that. Like, I'd sit there at work when I worked at an office, refresh. Well, guess what, bitch? And I look back now and I'm like, God, I was so miserable with my own life that I literally, and not knowing that I was doing that, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to see other people in worse situations than me, or I would create I don't know. But now I realize, God, I was a bitch. Yeah. And so I've openly apologized. I've admitted that, I made mistakes. But recognizing that and then making those changes, I'm telling you right now, not one person watching this video hasn't made a shitty comment at some point in their social media careers. Rather, you're just an observer or you have your own platforms. Every single one of us have talked shit about a kid in a car seat or somebody's fucking, the way their spouse looks or their dress, or if they, were wilding out or looking stupid, or we have every one of us, none of us are innocent of that. But I think where there's that line is when do you recognize I had a bad day versus I'm having a bad year?
Yeah.
Maybe I need to do some work on myself, because why am I only commenting hate? It's the same theory they have about people who review, they do the Google reviews. If you find yourself reviewing more negative than positive, it's because you're not actually making an effort to go in there and review it when you like it.
Yeah.
Your brain triggers you to go bitch about something that you're not happy with.
It's addicting. When I was real heavy in the live streaming community, very heavy. Of course, everyone knows everyone. Everyone knows everyone's business, drama. Reddit's very big too, with all different kinds of things, relationships, all kinds of shit. And when I realized that I was having more conversations on the telephone with social media friends about drama that did not fucking include me, but everyone just, was here. And when I realized that I was having more negative than good times, I walked away all the way together. That's why I don't live stream over there anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm not super active. I mean, I post content shit, but it's just, and I walked away from a lot of friendships because so many people get addicted on both sides. The viewers and the creators get so addicted to the drama, Reddit, their own pages, their pages of other people, and everyone's just talking shit about everybody, and it's such a negative world to be in. But at the end of the day, nobody walks away from it for the most part because there's so much fucking money being made on that app in live streaming world that just fuels more money. And when I caught on to that and saw that there were beefs with people who I considered friends, and realized they weren't real, but I thought they were real, they were really hurting through some shit, but really it was just a gimmick to make more money off of their viewers. That's when I took a step back, and I haven't looked back since. It was the best decision I ever made, and now I just make content. It was just too much.
Are you bored by what I'm saying?
Huh?
Are you bored with what I was saying?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm bored?
I'm asking you, were you bored?
No, why?
Okay, Janice, she's not bored. She's my best friend, and if she looked bored, it's because we've already talked about this offline before, so she's heard.
Yeah, no, I'm not bored.
I do tend to run on and repeat myself. I have ADHD, and sometimes I don't know if I've like made myself, what is the word, like understandable, or if I've communicated effectively. So I tend to do that. I'm not going to apologize for that either. You can kiss my fucking tiny ass. But
my tiny ass, I can't.
But I will say 100%. This Janice woman, has been fighting with people in the comments, and then also, coming at me. You don't have to like me, but you are exactly what I'm talking about. Is you have free will and free agency, and you've chosen on this Tuesday that your time would be well spent coming in here and talking to me as if you hold any type of power in my life or my decisions, which you don't. When you could be spending your time with something that you enjoy. And for you to be like, well, I enjoy this, that's sad for you, right? Because on the other side of the screen, I'm a person, and these parasocial relationships that are happening frequently online, all it does is show the rest of us where you're at emotionally and your emotional maturity. I'm being real, and I'm talking about struggles that a lot of people can relate to. And I'm actually saying when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I said. When I'm down, you take it as an opportunity to kick the shit out of me. You are the problem.
And if people think I'm bored or whatever because I'm yawning, I'm a busy fucking mom.
Right, and it's late.
Like Jared's in bed waiting for this to end so I can go to bed.
Right. Tell him 20 more minutes and we're fine. But yeah.
Oh, Madeline, good question. Totally off topic. Has this given you time to work on your book?
Me?
That's to you. Yeah.
I have done more work on it. I haven't in the last few weeks. Here's the thing. Writing my book, I have procrastinated the parts of my life story that are still uncomfortable. They're things that I've worked through, but not necessarily things I like to revisit.
Yeah.
And so going in and talking about them in detail is very uncomfortable for me. So I've actually thought about hiring help that can, like, I tell just for those few chapters where it's like I tell the story and then they format it for me. Because when you're writing like that, if you're not into creative writing and things like that, you have to write it, but then you also have to go back and it has to flow correctly. So you are rereading it often to make sure that it's flowing the way it should. And it's hard for me. I'm gonna be honest. So, but it is close. It is close. And then of course it's like I get in my head and I'm like, I'm gonna go through all this shit, and then the editor's gonna be like, let's take this out and this out. I'll be like, fuck.
Wow. But it's exciting that you're working on it, at least, even if it's been a couple weeks kind of slowed down. But it's all part.
Well, and then I'm also nervous because, and I know I shouldn't be, I'm working on it, guys, but with the amount of bullshit that I've gotten recently, it's like, it's the shit that I went through. And it's like, I went to therapy to learn how to grow as an individual. And I learned how to process through what happened to me, and the trauma I went through. And that is a very vulnerable thing. And to be honest with you, I'm a little afraid now. I wasn't before.
Yeah.
It's a little scary to put that out there. And again, I think what had happened is that it was like rose-colored glasses, because I've been online for 8 years and I didn't receive, I had some hate, but I didn't really receive a whole lot, because I'm pretty transparent, and I admit when I'm wrong. I apologize to people if I, have snapped at them inappropriately, or because I misread what they said. I do those things. Recently it's just been a little bit more. And so I'm nervous.
Well, here's the difference also, just quickly.
It is PTSD, 100%.
But the difference between then and now is then is a controlled situation. What's happened now is out of your control and not on your pages. And that is a different beast you never dealt with.
I've never dealt with this before. Thank you for putting that into words that I have not been able to form yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It totally is. And with somebody who has, like, I struggle with control issues. Anybody who's gone through trauma and has any type of PTSD or what is it, CPTSD, whatever, you 100% have control issues. You try to control your environment and to control the outcome to prevent yourself from getting hurt.
Yeah.
And it's something that we all struggle with every day. And like you have to, I work harder at that than I do with my sobriety. And that is 100% real, because having control problems and trying to control everything can actually ruin relationships with your kids, with your family, with your partner. Like it can destroy shit. And so I really struggle with that. And so I tend to go with the when in doubt, leave it out. You guys hear me say it all the time. Because if I can't control the situation, I'm like, well, then I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's too scary. I guess that's just kind of where I'm at.
Thank you, Angela.
Huh?
No, Angela said, love you, Ash.
Oh.
Stay at chronic PT. But that it will go away with time. It will go away with time.
Well, and I think with the new stuff, like the new rules that Crystal and I have agreed to and that we've implemented that I'm not even going to explain because it doesn't even fucking matter what we're doing. But we've seen positive results with it, and it has helped us as far as our outlook on our pages and through social media. And so we're just going to continue to do that. And, hopefully it'll just continue to improve. It's going to take time though for me to get back to where I was. I mean, I had somebody tell me like, you don't have any more self-esteem. I do, but it is definitely rocked. And like, it's just crazy to me when I'm like, I've been so transparent and open with the fact that we're human. Do you think I ever just posted a wide mouth filter Snapchat video one day in 2017 and was like, I'm going to have 7 million followers by 2025? No, the fuck I didn't. I was just fucking having fun. And that was back when you had to have a 3-minute video on Facebook, by the way, and they did ad breaks a minute and a half into it. And you were lucky if anybody made it to that minute and a half, to be honest with you. Yeah. So it was like I was just doing it for fun. There wasn't a lot of money to be made, and I accidentally went viral, and I just continued. And
it's a big shift. I will say this and my following's a lot different than yours, but when you go viral for one thing, and then life changes. So I'll use my instance. So 80% of my followers came from my grieving videos, how to grieve during COVID, and fentanyl awareness, and losing Tyler. That's the majority. All of my viral videos are from those moments, except for a couple of psycho ones. But the majority of them come from that. I decided when I started working on loving myself again 2 years ago that I walked away from talking about grief. And I still do fentanyl awareness, but not as much, because I knew if I continued to make that content over and over and over and over and over, I would be stuck in that grief stage for the rest of my fucking life. So I made a bold change, changed my entire name on social media from Just Your Average Mom to Not So Average Ashley, changed my content. What did that do? My views went from here to here. But what I will say is I appreciate the people that were here, the building it up top, because the people that followed me through those viral moments really helped me, because I didn't go to therapy at all when we lost Tyler or at all during COVID at all. And so my social media platform kind of became my therapy, my journey, and we kind of learned together how to navigate through that. But now I'm so appreciative for the few tens of thousands or a few hundreds or just thousands that are active in my growth for the last couple of years. And that means the world to me because y'all stuck around.
But you'll build now, because I went through the same thing. Newsflash, all of my videos used to be with the wide mouth filter.
Yeah.
And then I changed. Yeah. Nobody's talking about that. I wish you would still do 4-minute videos with the wide. Nobody's saying that. They did when I first changed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things that you grow and your content changes. And I had people that were like, you don't do mental health anymore. You don't do this. You don't do that. Yeah, you're right. Because I moved out of the space that I was in. With that, I don't even do as much charity work as I did when I was in those situations, just because I'm a lot busier in the career world. But I don't do the things, and it's not that I just don't on camera or anything like that. But you're gonna grow. The whole point of life is to
she's
grow.
On TikTok.
Your whole point of life is to grow.
You
And
changed. That's the point. You're supposed to. I'm not the same person I was even 2 years ago, a year ago. And
Yeah.
neither are you.
No, I for sure. No,
Right.
not at all.
No.
So, well, this is so next Tuesday is our final episode, and I think we'll
Part
discuss
two of
some of our we're
season
gonna
finale, because I didn't fuck that up.
Yeah,
Next week it's
okay.
part 2.
Part 2.
I fucked it
F7.
up.
I'm gonna go through some old clips. We'll talk about the good times that we did for this last season and our biggest accomplishments and happy thoughts, and that will be it for the year.
There you go.
Yeah. Slay, sister. I have to go shower because I have tanner on, and Jared says I stink.
Aren't you supposed to wait?
No,
Wait
I've
a
had it
minute
on.
before you go. Tell me. I need him. You're gonna have to text me later. People in the chat. It smells like Fritos.
What
It does. It does, because I never used to spray tan. You know that. But Crystal spray tans and regular tans. And the other day she came home. I'm like, you smell like my dog's paws, and not in a negative way. It's like that intoxicating Frito smell, but it's the
Babe,
fucking. It's like corn nuts. Why does it smell like that?
Yeah. Mine has a duster.
Smells like Fritos.
They dust me with a powder that has like their signature scent. So.
Well, then you don't need a shower.
No, I need to
No,
shower.
you smell like Fritos. I'm
I'll
telling you right fucking
get my white sheets all wet or all dirty.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Got it. I've done one spray tan, and you smell like Fritos.
Yeah, I know what smell you're talking about, though.
You do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Anyway, no, not self tanner. No, spray tan.
So are you gonna do? So you're gonna do Mental Health Monday?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be back on Thursday.
This next one might be a little brutal, so it could be great or it could be a train wreck, but we're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off and go for it.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely gonna talk about a little bit about what we talked about today.
Yeah.
Because I was always like transparent and raw and honest, and I stopped doing that. So I'm definitely going to, but I have rules now.
That's good.
Boundaries.
Yeah. It's good. Well, I'll be on Thursday for a Get Ready With Me. And then she'll be on Monday, and then we'll be back on Tuesday for our final episode, guys.
Rebecca and Madeline, no, I usually do them in the morning, though, on Mondays. But if you miss it, I do it on Facebook, and it'll post to the page, so you can watch it.
10 o'clock my time.
Yeah, you can watch it later if you miss it.
The repost.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love you, friend. Love you, chat.
Too, friend. Okay, guys. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.